Hello developers, today we are going to implement this login functionality of our chat application. Okay, let's try our implementation. For example, if I give this valid email only, it will create the OTP flows. So it directly creates our OTP to our login email account. So I just enter my OTP somewhere and just verify and continue. It prompts for the password field. So once I enter this valid password, like at least 8 characters, but we need some uppercase characters and all. So what I do is just something like that, and ask it at 001 somewhat. I satisfy all the condition. Once it's done, I just continue this, and here we can add our photos. For now I don't have any photos. If add, so I will just create a name and just complete the setup. Once completed, we just move into our application, right? So the entire authentication flow will cover today. Let's start the implementation. To start with this, I'm just creating a view because we are using MVVM model, right? So package called view. In this view only, I'm just going to use all my composable functions and files. Okay, so I'm just going to create a new screen, which is email screen of file, and I'm going to use preview composable function of email screen. So here I'm going to use preview to see the side-by-side live implementation here. Let's start with a column because we are going to stack in top to bottom, right? Which is fill max size, and its background color as usual something like white. Just input this option enter or alt enter. So I'm just using a spacer to give a space in the top right. So the space must be in 32 dp. Just input this dp density pixels, and here I'm going to use box to wrap that image and text, right? So here I am going to use this symbol as an emoji. You can just use from Google copy paste, or you just use our keypad. This will represent our icon, right? So we round the corner shape of 25 dp. Let's see, and we give something like second default parameter of text is modifier, and we need to give font size something like 50 sp. Font sizes must be in sp, right? Text align something like center, and content alignment of that box to be center. Looks perfect. Next we are going to focus on our next item, which is text field. Second default parameter of text must be something like modifier, and I'm just giving the text color as color black. Here are common parameters we used to when we use text field. So let me give some top and bottom spaces. It will be cool, right? Similarly, I'm copy paste and creating another text field. Cool. And I'm just going to make it in the center of the screen, right? So for that, I'm giving vertical arrangement center, horizontal alignment of center horizontal. And I'm going to use outline text field to prompt our email from the user, right? Here I'm going to use email by remember mutable state of empty text. Just input this. Here we are using mutable state to change the UI based on the typing of the user prompt, right? Placeholder something like enter your mail. Similarly, we are using the template of our text, right? It looks cool. Just make it a single line. These are the optional parameters. I'm just giving a gray background. Similarly, I'm going to use a button, right? So on click that only we are navigate to the next screen. So send OTP. Same the text default parameters and all. I'm just going to give here. To use the colors in button, we need to use button default, right? So button defaults dot button colors. It's the only way to use this color, right? So container color, I'm just going. This condition is satisfied. I'm just change this city blue, it's gray to make it aesthetic looks, right? Similarly, shape also I'm just giving something like 10 dp. So I'm just using launched effect here because whenever the email value changes, we need to check. For that only I'm passing email parameters. Whenever this email changes by the user, it checks the patterns which matches the email address. So basically, if the valid email address, then the button line number is true. Else it is false. So that is a gray background, right? Looks perfect. Similarly, the text color also give it here. I'm just running this one. Cool. Yeah, once we enter a valid email only, we can proceed further. Cool. We are just focusing. OTP flow is done. We are just focusing on next screen. OTP screen. Same preview on the composable line space issue. I'm just copy pasting this top icons of the text fields, and I'll just copy paste it here to duplicate these functionalities. This outline text field only, as you remember, we are going to prompt our OTP, right? So as you say, the OTP input must be in integers, okay? And it need to be in 6-letter length, and less than or equal to 6, and it's a digit. If that only, we need to update our input variable, right? Cool. Need to define and remember mutable state of OTP value. and same story will repeat it. Placeholder something like enter OTP and 6-digit OTP code, and same modifier color font weight. So here this is the text field, right? So we need to use text field default. For button we are using button default. So if you use indicator color, since that outer bar is vanished, right? So because of that only I am using transparent. Then container color for our background color. You see background color changes to gray something. It looks better. And I am using another parameter of keyboard options to restrict the user to type only the numbers. Number. The IME action is in keyboard you can see on bottom right to make it as a done icon, something like that. And I'm just giving some bottom space. After, as usual, we need to have another button, right? It's a kind of text only, but it can be clickable. Okay. Same story, modifier, color, everything like this, replicating here. This will list out our verify OTP button. So once OTP length 6 only, we need to proceed further. So same story, like blue or gray, based on the OTP color, but use 6 digits or not, like that. Shape, let it be rounded corner shape of 10 dB. Cool. You didn't see input text, right? So text will be something like verify. I'm just again having this check to make its text color something like white or gray, white or black, something. Some padding must be good. Cool. Yeah, we need to add padding in our text field, right? Just remove copy. Perfect. So let's check and run our project. Some 6 digit only it will verify, else it won't. Okay. Let me create a new screen of password screen. Here without this I'm just same story. I'm reusing all the contents of the OTP screen here with preview. I mean to use something like composable, right? Password screen I am using composable also. Let it be password and confirm password. 2 fields are we need to use. These checks are not needed, right? Whatever we type, it just stays as a password. And placeholder, let's just enter password something. Keyboard type password and next. Similarly, another field of just confirm password. Two text fields here we are going to use. Then, so the button and all I want it here. Something. If both are same only, I am just proceeding. Like that condition I am just going to use. Just continue. Cool. This text button and all not needed. And that space must be better for confirm password, right? Looks cool. Why I am adding this? Because if both are empty, it's just satisfy, right? So that won't be needed here. Now it looks perfect. Further, we are going to add some more validations here. Before that, you see some wonders, right? You can see the user can see the password from I button. So that logic I am just going to implement here. If it is show password, then you can see yes. We are using this function, right? It's a boolean value. Trailing icon means it needs to be in the end of that text field. So it's kind of a toggle icon. Just using this emoji, you can use your own customized emoji also. Same I am going to use for confirm password also. Looks better. Further, here I am just going to add some more additional validation to make it professional. Something like password must be contains 8 digits, uppercase, lowercase, and all that stuff. So need to add it here. So first requirement should be at least 8 characters long. Just make it as a normal thing, so semi-bold, and just give me a color based on the condition. Okay, color and gray would be perfect. And before that we can use green color, right, instead of blue. So I'm just using some green color. I'm just copy it, duplicate 24 times. Another condition is having something like uppercase letters. is uppercase. If any letter is uppercase, then it will be satisfy the condition. If any should be a lowercase, similarly, you should satisfy these conditions. So these conditions are perfectly optional. You can skip also. For efficiency and professionality sake, I'm just adding here. Okay, each item must be spaced by ATP, right? So instead of again and again using this condition, I'm just going to use within a single variable called enable. Whenever password or confirm password, any value is changed, comma, I'm just using comma here. If any of the one value changed, we need to check this condition to update the boolean value. Uppercase, lowercase is digit, all condition need to be satisfied here. And obviously both are equal and password not should be empty, right? So we can use directly this enabled key here. Before that, we are using two text people, right? So to show back password need to be added here, as both are independent of each other. So confirm password, I'm just using second show password. It would be better efficiency. I'm just replacing all my custom condition to enable the single variable. Cool. Let's run this project. Updating the password screen to here. Once I type the password, right, you see this updated green color. So all are green. If I match both this, we can see the text blue color to proceed further. Hope you love this, and I'm just focusing on my next screen to adding the image and name, right? So same OTP screen I'm just duplicating here. So this should be a tricky part. We are going to use the image launcher to fetch from the image from the local storage, right, to update on WhatsApp. For this, I'm initializing this launcher.
It's 10 o'clock.
Selected must be something storing URI format, which is string format, right? And I am just going to toast that image is selected like that. Long or short, your preference. I'm just using show. We need to initialize this context here. So within the composable, we need to use like this local context.current. Cool. I just need to change this. name is not empty like that. This is complete step. Okay, let's complete this. So here it's a little bit tricky part. I'm just going in a circular image which can be clicked and choose an image from our storage file. So box la something like circle shape box, which is literally a circle with background something near to gray color. If the image is selected, I'm just updating this circular image and some gray color should be there. Here I'm just using transparent because the image should be rendered within this box. And the border is given. If the box is clickable, we can choose the image, right? Star for text, selecting all the images. This will render the image from the URL. Okay. Content description of image should be something like. Content is something like crop the image, custom shape to circle shape, right? Else if it is null now, I can use something like camera icon here. And it will be 30% of black color literally. Oops, this should be something like within the circle image. For all the text field, we need this modifier, right? Modifier font size. Looks pretty perfect. Let's run this. Before that, we need to set up this. Right. You can just pass this and set up on lib start. Version toml to set up this coil compose dependency and run this project. Oops, the name is not updated. We need to update the name equal to input. Whatever we are typing, it needs to be updated on it. Cool. We can also choose the image. For now, I'm just no image in emulator. Genuine real screen. Next step, I'm just using navigation controller to connect all the screens, right? It is the final step of this tutorial. Just add dependency and import. It will automatically add the dependency in libstart.toml file. Remove this JVM steps and all. You don't need it. And this dependency automatically added to build.grid also. As usual, I started with a nav host. I'm just passing this controller start destination email. Okay. So we need to describe what is email screen, composable OTP screen. Everything should be initialized here. Password screen, profile screen. I'm just passing control to everywhere to add the navigation from there, right? So add parameters of option enter. You click now, it will create add parameters automatically. Finally, for chat screen, I'm using this. Once button click, we proceed to OTP page. From OTP screen, just remove the preview. Once button click, OTP is valid and just proceed to password screen. Remove preview. Password is valid and all. Once button click and just proceed navigate to profile screen. Profile is done, we just navigate to the chat screen, right? Control dot navigate to use chat. My bad. Let's run our project. So you can see this demo here. So hope you're interested in this tutorial. Next part, I'm just focusing on adding Firebase and OTP functionalities. Hope you love this tutorial. Keep supporting this. And let's check the final output here. Hope that's all about the tutorial.